WVII Bangor.
From the Great Northwoods to the Rockbound Coast and streaming live in HD worldwide at foxbangor.com. More people choose Good Morning Maine.
Hello, everyone. Today on Good Morning Maine, the counting is finally over and a winner has been selected for Maine's 2nd Congressional District.
Plus, a woman is facing charges after police say she rammed a vehicle into a building in Ellsworth.
And why the cost to energize our homes will be increasing all around the state.
Good morning and welcome to Good Morning Maine. I'm Emma Smith.
I'm Craig Colson. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll have those stories and much more coming up. But first, talking about the weather today. As I was heading into work, you could tell it looks a little greasy out there, a little slippery, so you better be careful. There was a lot of moisture from the stormy weather yesterday that's all frozen up there.
Yep.
You may want to go out and start your car, too.
That's
trust
exactly
me.
what I was going to say.
Yeah.
That made me a little late this morning because I didn't have the forethought this morning.
We have to start thinking about those things again. I don't like it, but...
I know. I don't even have gloves in my car ready to go. Just like
we're the ones that give out the advice, too.
Right.
It's time to...
We learn from our mistakes.
Get ready for winter.
Yeah. Devin Biggs has all the details to get your day on the road.
And thank you very much, Craig and Emma. Happy Thursday. Your first weather forecast brought to you by Shepherd Toyota, your hometown connection for Toyota cars and trucks. Easy to find on Route 1, Rockland, Thomas, and Town Line. Shepherd Toyota has a great selection of new and previously loved vehicles. At Shepherd Toyota, they don't sell you a car, they help you buy one. Come experience the Shepherd difference today. Alrighty, here we are. Small craft advisory in effect. It's going to get dropped by Friday morning at about 6 a.m. So the wave heights will remain active for just a little while yet this morning. And in parts of the afternoon period, have to wait till Friday morning for things to improve. But at least on land, things are already starting to calm down as a lot of the activity has since moved out of here. The area of low pressure moving away. I'm going to be watching for some wraparound that's going to be moving in today, which could bring us a few flurries. But otherwise, a partly cloudy sky and a quiet day overall for us today. Just some gusty winds to deal with as we're on the backside of low pressure now that is now tracking off towards the north and east. So again, we'll have that wraparound today with a few flurries, but that will calm down later on tonight. So futurecast for today, partly cloudy, a few flurries can be ruled out, becoming mostly clear later on tonight. That will allow temperatures to cool off in just a few areas. So as for the wind, not too bad, though still pretty gusty in a few spots. Some sustained winds reaching up close to 20 miles per hour, especially overseas, but closer toward land, a little bit slower in a few areas. So your forecast for today, middle 30s, partly cloudy, a few flurries out there. West wind getting up to about 20 to 25 miles per hour in a few areas. Your hourly forecast for the rest of the morning and afternoon period will be under a partly to maybe mostly cloudy sky. Temperatures in the 30s. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up. Craig and Emma.
Thank you, Devin.
Jared Golden secured his seat in Maine's 2nd Congressional District, defeating Republican challenger Bruce Poliquin. The announcement was made last night after the ranked choice vote tabulation concluded. Officials hand-counted ballots from Bangor, Hamden, and Anson after memory sticks containing votes from those municipalities did not function properly. Both candidates gained votes from the ranked choice count. Golden secured over 12,000 votes, and Poliquin received another around 4,800 votes. In total, Golden received over 165,000 votes, and Poliquin received over 146,000 votes.
Since the write-in votes got reallocated, and so did the Tiffany Bond votes. So 53.05% to Jared Golden, 46.95% to Bruce Poliquin. Those are the totals.
Representatives from both Poliquin and Golden's campaigns were present throughout the tabulation process and ratified the results. Congressman Golden released a statement saying he is deeply honored and he's already back at his office in Congress, continuing to help deliver for many constituents.
Well, a woman was killed this week following a crash in Noblesboro. Officials say it happened around 2:30 Tuesday when a car crossed the center line on East Pond Road and struck a dump truck. 68-year-old Sharon Moody was killed. The 56-year-old truck driver from Augusta also struck a utility pole. He was wearing a seatbelt and was brought to a hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. What caused Moody to cross the center line is still unclear.
A woman is now facing charges after police say she crashed her car into a building on purpose. Ellsworth Police Department is investigating this incident, which happened just after 2 o'clock this morning. Police say Megan Rich of Ellsworth was driving on High Street when she purposefully drove her car into the building at 163 High Street, hitting propane tanks and destroying the wall. Rich was later charged with aggravated criminal mischief, refusing to submit to arrest, assaulting an officer, a violation of bail conditions, and possession of scheduled drugs. She was taken to Hancock County Jail.
A Saco woman pleaded guilty in the U.S. District Court in Portland for committing fraud. Court records show 45-year-old Christina Shea initiated fraudulent bankruptcy by using another person's name and social security number, employment information, and a fake email address as her own. Shea had also forged another person's signature for a money order that she submitted to the bankruptcy court and also posed as the person while taking an online credit course. Shea faces up to years in prison along with a $250,000 fine as well as 3 years of supervised release.
It took one caller to prompt a massive response, claiming there was an active shooter at nearly a dozen schools from southern to northern Maine. While it turned out to be a hoax, the first call came into Sanford, where dispatchers jumped into action. Reporter Mal Meyer was there with how first responders were alerted to that reported threat.
Being in a 911 center, it's very important to pay attention to what's going on with everybody else in the room.
Reserve dispatcher Dylan Pesky was inside the Sanford Regional Communications Center when the call came in. His partner answered, and as he listened, he knew what was about to happen.
I knew that I had just a couple of seconds until it was what I will call as controlled chaos.
Pesky had to act fast, taking it one efficient step at a time.
And I made the decision to go over the airways and say, we have reports of active shooter at the high school.
That call went out to anyone with the police radio, along with any law enforcement or people scanning the Sanford frequency. What else are you relaying at that point over the radio?
The most important thing for me was the first two officers that responded, arrived on scene and they signed they were going in the building.
Pesky had to let them know who to look for.
To be a white male wearing a black jacket, black pants, with a long rifle.
And where the reported gunman might be, all while working with many others to make sure everyone got the support, resources, and answers they needed.
We worked as a team. This wasn't a one-person job. This was a team from the dispatch center to the fire department, the police department, the school department, mutual aid. This was a team effort that we all got it done.
The part-time dispatcher is thankful Tuesday turned out to be a false alarm. Police calling it all a hoax. He knows he and his team will be ready if the next call turns out to be a different story.
We all learned things through it that we wouldn't have known by doing everyday training because this came in as a live incident.
Well, meanwhile, in other news, a global nonprofit that endorses fisheries as sustainable in the hopes of influencing consumers has announced plans to temporarily suspend their endorsement of the Maine lobster fishery. That's despite acknowledging that the fishery does meet their sustainability standards. That's what I'm trying to say. Through the use of their Bluefish label, the Marine Stewardship Council seeks to identify certified sustainable wild-caught seafood. The group announced that the suspension of their certification of the Maine lobster fishery, but at the same time acknowledged that the fishery meets sustainability and environmental impact standards and is unlikely to cause harm to right whales. But the organization said it is unable to certify the fishery because they believe it does not meet federal regulations due to ongoing litigation. The Maine Lobstermen's Association says that's a contradiction. And as of last June, their 5-year MSC audit resulted in a 240-page document stating that the fishery should remain certified.
This is just another reason why the Maine Lobstermen's Association's lawsuit needs to succeed and why we need to give it everything we have, because things like this keep happening, and this is just death by 1,000 cuts, really. I mean, this has been a year where we've had a very low lobster price. Expenses are the highest they've ever been. So this has been a very lean year. And, this MSC certification is definitely going to be reflected in boat price.
The suspension is effective December 15th, at which point Maine lobster will not be eligible to be sold as MSC certified or sustainable or carry the MSC Bluefish Eco label on their products. Maine's lobster fishery was first certified in December 2016. We have reached out to the council for comment and are still awaiting their response.
After recently voting to unionize, the Starbucks in Portland's Old Port announced Tuesday it will be closing. U.S. Representative Shelley Pingree has called for an investigation of the closure, saying in part, quote, Starbucks' decision to close one of its busiest stores in Portland less than a month after workers formed a union appears to be a brazen violation of the National Labor Relations Act, unquote. Pingree met with workers from the Exchange Street store in Portland just days before they officially formed a union in October 18th of 2022. And she called for the National Labor Relations Board to investigate and protect the workers at this location and across the state.
A new proposal is on the table for some employees at MSAD 49 that have been working without a contract for 8 months now. The union, representing more than 100 positions of ed techs and other speech and occupational therapists within the schools, says they have been without a contract since March. And until yesterday, they felt like they haven't seen any movement. So they've planned a show of solidarity by asking the community to show up to the Board of Education meeting tonight and support them in their fight for more affordable health insurance and better treatment. The union received a proposal from the school district yesterday.
We're glad to hear that. You know, that's a good news. You know, we feel like they've finally taken that step, and we feel it's a move in the right direction.
To meet to look over the proposal, Mixer says although he is optimistic, they have ways to go and still plan to attend that board meeting.
Depending on where you are, you may have seen snow or just some rain from Wednesday's stormy weather. Take a look at this, though. This is the Department of Transportation's array of traffic cameras. It's a pretty impressive display of real-time cameras showing the interstate roads. You can see pretty clearly that north of Bangor got some accumulation of snow, but as we look closer to Bangor, the snow looks like more of a dusting. You can check out these cameras for yourself at maine.gov.
They're pretty neat. I've been using them for years because, you know, as a news guy, you want to know what's happening here and there. So
I didn't know those existed.
Yeah, get on there a couple of clicks. You can see what's going on up in Sherman or down in Kittery, for that matter.
The Maine.gov website is withholding all sorts of gems, too. Well, you just got to explore a little bit.
That's exactly it. You have to explore. You'll find some things that will probably make your life a little bit easier.
Yeah, good point.
Yeah.
Well, the time is now 6:11. Coming up next on Good Morning Maine, the Public Utilities Commission has approved a plan that will cause electricity rates to rise for many customers. We'll have the details coming up.
But first, another check of that forecast. We can expect perhaps some light flurries today. It will be mostly cloudy with highs near 36 degrees. It will be mostly clear tonight. Look at those lows dipping down to around 19. Tomorrow, another partly cloudy day with highs just like today, right around 36 degrees.
This week, America's favorite morning show is going...
It's served to the most delicious pies in America.
With Thanksgiving almost here, where can you get the best pie in America?
It's Good Morning America's United States of Pie.
Ooh, this is going to be so sweet. You sharing?
Maine's #1 Kia dealer, Van Sickle Kia, has you covered for the seasons ahead with an affordable Kia for everyone. Front-wheel drive, all-wheel drive, hybrids, and fully electric vehicles. Find your next vehicle here. You'll get more car for less money when you upgrade at Van Sickle Kia. Plus, you'll get Kia's market-leading 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty, the best in the business. Get started at VanSickleKia.com.
The best cars, the best prices, and the best warranty. I'm Peter Van Sickle. I guarantee it.
Sometimes big truck accidents can result in big case settlements. These are just some of the big case results I fought to get my clients. If you've been hurt by a big truck, call the twos. We win for you.
What's the least sexy thing your wife has ever worn in the bedroom?
Granny panties, Steve.
Don't miss Family Feud. Weekdays at 9 on ABC 7.
This here is a weft, and it's what I sew into the hair.
At least one judge on the bench, Judge Corriero, have never had hair extensions.
Not recently.
I have a demonstration of a sewn in.
I'm not going to put that on.
Hot Bench. Thursday at 3 on ABC 7.
Welcome back, everyone. Well, some Mainers will be experiencing an increase to their electricity bill this winter. Devin Dagnall has the story.
The Maine Public Utilities Commission has officially announced the new standard supply rate of both Central Maine Power and Versant Power. Philip Barlett, chairman of the PUC, says that residential users will see a 49% increase in the supply portion of their energy bill. Barlett says CMP's residential users can expect to see their bill increase by about $32 on average, and Versant users can expect an increase of $24.
This is the result of volatile fossil fuel prices and international conditions that are beyond anyone's control. So unfortunately, in New England and in Maine, customers are getting squeezed when it comes to fossil fuel use.
Both Republicans and Democrats have addressed the rate increase, saying that it puts a strain on many Mainers' budgets. Both parties plan on presenting bills to the legislature to aid those most affected. Barlett says that although prices seem to only be increasing, there is hope that in the near future they may start to drop.
As we bring on more renewables, more storage, hopefully get some additional transmission interconnections with other regions, the hope is that the supply prices will be substantially less volatile and lower in the future.
If you have any concerns about affording energy after the rate increase, contact Maine Housing or visit mainhousing.org for their Home Energy Assistance Program. In Bangor, I'm Devin Dagnall, reporting for ABC7 and Fox 22.
Starting today at 10 a.m., hunters can purchase another antlerless deer permit online. These permits are still available for WMDs 24, 25, and 29. The Maine IFW is using the same online waiting room and queue system as October 11th, when the first round of permits became available for purchase. The waiting room will be open at 9. Head to the Maine Department of Inland Fisheries and Wildlife webpage to purchase a permit and learn more.
Go get your deer.
Yeah.
Wednesday was National Botox Day, and the president of Bangor Plastic and Hand Surgery was using the day to highlight the benefits of the medicine. Dr. David Branch says Botox injections block the communication between nerves and muscles, temporarily paralyzing the muscle for a couple of months before it gains strength back.
It is, I think, more importantly used for a variety of other ailments. I mentioned one, blepharospasm. It's used in migraines to weaken muscles that are around nerves that are not happy, having that extra muscular pressure.
Now, Dr. Branch says Botox started to be used medicinally in the 1980s for patients suffering from excessive and uncontrollable eye twitching. More than 4 million people receive Botox annually. The medicine has seen more than a 450% increase in usage in just the past 20 years. I thought it was just to get rid of like crow's feet and stuff like that.
Right, for aesthetic reasons.
Yeah.
And I didn't realize it just kind of came out in the 80s, so it's come really far. It is stigmatized because it's used oftentimes just for aesthetic reasons.
Right.
But there's so many different reasons. As you said, it can be used for headaches, which is awesome.
And to each their own, man. If you want to get rid of those crow's feet, go ahead.
Right.
Getting old stinks.
Good for you if you want to do that. I get it.
Well, the time now is 6:17. Coming up after the break, we'll take you for a ride along with Holden Police as drivers contend with that first blast of winter weather.
Plus, it looks like there will be a divided Congress as more midterm election results are finalized. We'll be right back.
Ladies, a Maine adventure.
We have a great selection of throws. They're soft, they're comfortable, and lots of flannel sheets. You can get comfy and cozy just like Adam is.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you for shopping locally.
When Natural Living Center wants to know the local forecast, they log on to foxbangor.com. Natural Living Center offers natural groceries, organic produce, the largest selection of supplements in the area, gluten-free products, and more for your health.
This week on the People's Court, how loud was that AC?
I wouldn't want to make the noise for it because it would be so loud and annoying.
Just do it. I have the visual.
Plus,
I can't believe you came to court and sued a woman who gave you a kidney.
People's Court, all this week at 4 on ABC7.
It's Wheels' 40th season, and in true Wheels style, that means we're going XL.
With extra luxurious trips.
And we're adding a $40,000 XL wedge.
Sign up for your spin ID, and you could win $40 grand when our players do.
Weekdays at 7 on ABC7.
Amy Schneider in a quest to claim one more title. Now, finalists Andrew He and Sam Buttry stand in her way.
First player to 3 wins will be our champion.
The finals of the Jeopardy Tournament of Champions.
All this week at 7:30, only on ABC7.
Welcome back to Good Morning Maine. Well, the winter weather caused slick conditions on Maine's roadways. That made for a busy day for law enforcement. Matthew Juronsik got to take a ride along with Holden police officers who shared some valuable information on staying safe on the roads.
There's no question snow is beautiful, but can also be dangerous for motorists. As Mainers experienced the first snowfall of the season, some drivers were affected by the harsh weather conditions.
There have been cars off the road. There have been minor accidents throughout Penobscot County, it looks like, since this morning.
Holden Police Lieutenant Eddie Benjamin says they see more crashes during heavily traveled times like the morning commute.
In the morning, people going to work between like 7 and 9 o'clock. We see a good number of crashes at that time. And the same happens between 4:30 and 6 o'clock, people coming back home from work.
The officers shared their best advice on how to navigate the slick conditions.
The big thing is to give yourself extra time if you're commuting to work, if you're going to school in the early morning. Instead of rushing to get to work, give yourself extra time. Look at the weather forecast the night before and then find out, is there the possibility I may be delayed?
Slow down and pay attention to what you're doing. Take the extra couple minutes and slow down. Pay attention and be safe.
Matthew Juronsik, ABC7 and Fox 22.
Good advice. Sometimes we forget how to drive during the winter.
It's easy to, especially on that first snow.
Yep, slippery out there.
Yeah.
Well, it's opening week at two of the state's largest ski resorts. Sunday River announced it will open for the season this morning at 9 a.m. It's kicking things off first for the season ticket holders, Icon pass holders, and ticket pack users. It says this start is a little later than its typical late October or early November opening. Sugarloaf, meanwhile, plans to open for the season tomorrow. It says its hard-working snowmaking team joined forces with Mother Nature to make sure at least 6 trails will be open, with more on the way. So if you want to go skiing, I guess the time is upon us.
I know, I've already heard a lot of chatter about it.
Yeah, we were wearing shorts and stuff like a week ago, it seems.
It blows my mind. It seems typical for Maine, though. If this is the new normal, it makes sense for us up here.
Right.
Buffalo is also getting a snowstorm right now, too, I heard.
Yeah, the weather's just wacky.
Right. Well, the time is now 6:21.
It's time to get a look at our forecast. Looks like a little calmer today. Here's Devin.
Alrighty, Craig and Emma, thank you very much. Your full weather forecast brought to you by Shepherd Toyota, your hometown connection for Toyota cars and trucks. Easy to find on Route 1, Rockland, Thomas, and Town Line. Shepherd Toyota has a great selection of new and previously loved vehicles. At Shepherd Toyota, they don't sell you a car, they help you buy one. Come experience the Shepherd difference today. Alrighty, that's a small craft advisory that is in effect and now will last until about 6 a.m. on Friday morning. It's going to be dealing with at least another day of some gusty winds, which will cause the ocean to be active in just a few areas. But the area of low pressure is now moving away after we saw some snow and a kind of a windy mix that moved through yesterday. And now things are starting to calm down for us now. Maybe a few flurries can't be ruled out as the area of low pressure located right about in here, sending some wraparound snow in our direction, but not a whole lot of activity right behind us. So things will be calming down moving forward for us, although Buffalo could see a lot of snow coming up as we head towards your Sunday. But for us, though, this wind I'll have to watch out for it today. Maybe some gusty winds reaching up to 20, maybe 25 miles per hour in a few areas. That will start to calm down a little bit later on tonight and the parts of tomorrow when a small cloud advisory gets dropped at about 6 a.m. or so tomorrow. All right, wave height, speaking of that right now, around 4 to 10 feet according to some of the buoys out there at this point. 4 to 6 feet closer to land. It's higher further out towards sea, so that's why the ocean is active with that system moving through. That's why those advisories are still in effect. Our average high being 45 degrees. We'll reach for the middle 30s only today and tomorrow. So a few degrees below normal, getting closer to average on Saturday, but still below normal by about 5 degrees, staying in the 30s Sunday into Monday, then back in the 40s again as we head towards Tuesday and here Wednesday. Futurecast moving forward, though, a partly to maybe mostly cloudy sky in a few areas today. A few flurries cannot be ruled out for us. Will become mostly clear to partly cloudy in a few areas later on tonight. A few more clouds start to pass through for the daytime tomorrow. It tries to get some activity in here, but I think we will be dry as we head towards your Friday with that next little wave that tries to move in across the northern parts of the state. But I think for us, we will stay dry overall throughout the day for your Friday. So for today, middle 30s, partly cloudy, a few flurries possible. That west wind getting up to about 20 miles per hour. Later on tonight, upper teens, staying cool out there with a mostly clear sky. That west wind getting up to about 5 to 10 miles per hour. And for tomorrow, middle 30s again becoming partly cloudy. West wind getting up to about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Shepherd Toyota extended forecast. Again, we're partly cloudy again as we head towards the Saturday. Temperatures in the lower 40s. We're back in the mid 30s on Sunday with a small chance chance for snow, otherwise mostly cloudy or mostly cloudy again on Monday. Highs in the low 30s.
Hi, my name is Tony Ruda, founder of the Senior Planning Center. There isn't a week that goes by that we don't help some Medicare recipient in their Medicare programs and save them money. The Senior Planning Center has locations and agents throughout the state of Maine. So why would you want to call an 800 number out of state when the help is right here at home? Give us a call so we can help you save money and make your Medicare decisions.
At Dorsey Furniture, we believe value means more than a great price.
That's why we do what we do at Dorsey Furniture. That's why we're always updating our showroom with new pieces and new displays. That's why we're always eager to show you the latest furniture styles and newest fabrics.
Because we believe that your home should be beautiful.
Visit our showroom and experience Dorsey quality, Dorsey value, the Dorsey reputation. Dorsey Furniture, Route 1A in Holden, and online at dorseyfurniture.com.
The American Music Awards are back. Sunday, November 20th.
I love you guys so much.
Performances by today's biggest stars and tributes to music's greatest legends with this year's Icon Award recipient, Lionel Richie. The American Music Awards, hosted by Wayne Brady. Live, Sunday, November 20th on ABC. And stream next day on Hulu.
If a scammer was calling, would you know? Keep these tips in mind to quickly spot phone scams.
Never pay someone in gift cards, ever. No legitimate caller would demand secrecy from you. That's a red flag.
If a caller tells you a family member is in grave trouble, hang up and call the family member direct. And don't provide confirmation information to callers. They called you.
Finally, ask for a callback number. Don't feel pressured to speak with the caller in that moment.
With these tips in mind, I'm Officer Ash with Bangor PD. We'll be here if you need us.
You're watching ABC 7 Bangor.
Welcome back to Good Morning Maine, and now to check in on your national news. President Biden is on his way home from a week-long world tour. His final hours at the G20 summit in Indonesia were dominated by reaction to an incident in Poland. Fox's Jackie Heinrich has an update.
Tensions calming after Polish President Andrzej Duda announced the missile strike on his country will likely not draw the NATO alliance into conflict with Russia.
There are absolutely no indications that it was a direct attack on Poland.
The blast, which killed 2, was likely from an S-300 manufactured in Russia in the 1970s, but launched by Ukraine to thwart an incoming Russian attack, Duda says. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky denied it, telling Ukrainian media, quote, "I have no doubt that it was not our missile," after immediately blaming Russia in the aftermath.
To fire missiles at NATO territory. This is a Russian missile attack on collective security. It's a significant escalation. Action is required.
The White House quieting speculation. The National Security Council announcing, "We have seen nothing that contradicts President Duda's preliminary assessment." NATO also holding off on triggering Article 4, which allows member states to convene over a threat from another country or terrorist group, at least until investigations are finished, but not absolving Russia entirely.
Russia bears the responsibility for what happened in Poland yesterday, because this is a direct result of the ongoing war.
Russia on the defensive, with Ukraine still pointing fingers.
Claims by various Ukrainian sources are a deliberate provocation aimed at escalating the situation.
President Biden's last day in Bali thrown off track by an emergency huddle with G7 and NATO countries after waking to news of the blast. The White House releasing a rare photo of Biden in a T-shirt, phoning Duda as news unfolded.
When world leaders here in Bali are seeking to make progress on global peace, Putin is striking civilian targets.
The G20 concluded with a joint statement showing division over Russia's war without naming names, noting, quote, most members condemned it. Russia is a G20 member, and India, Saudi Arabia, South Africa, and China have maintained close ties to Moscow. While President Biden returns from Asia, now Vice President Harris is heading there, although officials will not confirm if she will meet with Chinese President Xi, who is scheduled to attend the APEC summit. In Bali, Jackie Heinrich, Fox News.
Well, meanwhile, more than a week after the midterms, the balance of power on Capitol Hill is taking shape with new election results coming in. ABC News projects Republicans will hold a slim majority in the House, with Democrats gaining control of the Senate. ABC's Justin Finch has the latest.
After cementing a slim House majority, House Leader Kevin McCarthy appeared on Fox, reacting to Republicans retaking control of the chamber.
It is official. One-party Democrat rule in Washington is finished. We have fired Nancy Pelosi.
McCarthy has also won his party's nomination for House Speaker and received congratulations from President Biden. The president saying in a statement he's ready to work with House Republicans to deliver results for working families. Democrats will retain control of the Senate, but the GOP win in the House falls far short of the red wave they hoped for, prompting finger-pointing about what went wrong.
We underperformed among voters who did not like President Biden's performance, among independents and among moderate Republicans, who looked at us and concluded too much chaos, too much negativity.
Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell casting blame on former President Trump for Republicans' weak performance. Former Trump Secretary of State Mike Pompeo agreeing, tweeting, "We need more seriousness, less noise, and leaders who are looking forward, not staring in the rearview mirror claiming victimhood." Newly re-elected Florida governor and rising Republican star Ron DeSantis calling for an end to the midterm finger-pointing.
We just finished this election, okay? People just need to chill out a little bit on some of this stuff. I mean, seriously.
And with the power balance on Capitol Hill now appearing set, all eyes are on current House Speaker Nancy Pelosi and what she will do next. The Speaker is set to announce those plans later today. Justin Finch, ABC News, Washington.
It'll be interesting to see what happens in Washington during the next term. Could be some fireworks there. Not like we haven't had our share of fireworks there already. But
right. A lot of change and a lot of continuity.
yeah, hopefully they can find some common ground and move along.
Well, still to come here on the second half of our show, we'll hear about an event occurring tonight that will offer attendees a glimpse within the minds of 19th and 20th century women writers.
Plus, a store in Levant is fundraising to make a difference in their community. We'll have those stories and more as Good Morning Maine continues.
Leona May's Antique and Gift Shop is now open in Newport. Our unique building is a converted 1800s single-family home that we've given a new life to. A home for treasures, from antiques, collectibles, unique gifts, and so much more. Come make the rounds throughout the many rooms on all 3 floors as you wander back in time or find a unique gift that's perfect for that special someone or that hard to buy for a relative. So come visit us today. Leona May's Antique and Gift Shop, 147 Main Street, Newport.
Jamar Construction Products in Bangor continues to grow to meet our customers' needs, supplying products for site work contractors, concrete contractors, and survey and safety supplies. We are proud to be the local dealer for Hilti, Valley Blades, U.S. Fabrics, and Euclid Chemical, plus so much more. Stop by and see us at 1270 Hammond Street or give us a call at 907-4491. If you dig it, pour it, plow it, fasten it, lay it, or lift it, Jamar Construction Products can help you.
You need a bed that's smart enough for both of you. The Sleep Number 360 Smart Bed senses your movements and automatically adjusts to help keep you both effortlessly comfortable. Our smart sleepers get 28 minutes more restful sleep per night. Save 50% on the Sleep Number 360 Limited Edition Smart Bed, only for a limited time.
The Furniture Gallery's pre-Black Friday deals are here. We're fully stocked just in time for holiday get-togethers. We've got your choice of 5-piece dining sets starting at $449. Need extra living room seating? Sectional starting at $699 and recliner starting at $299. Long-distance guests staying over? Queen mattresses as low as $299 with closeout mattresses up to $1,000 off. Special financing is available. Support our main family-owned business and save money. The Furniture Gallery in Augusta, Bangor, Gorham, Newport, and North Windham.
Let Hellman's Bakery put a smile on your face with their tasty offerings of breads, baked beans, lasagna, tuche and turkey pies, fruit and cream pies, wedding and specialty cakes, pastries, and more. Hillman's, your hometown bakery, Fairfield.
You're watching ABC 7 Bangor.
welcome back. Today is November 17th, 2022. It's also Great American Smokeout Day. This, of course, is a day where a lot of people pick to decide to quit the habit, smoking cigarettes or whatever tobacco products you're using. So if you are doing that today, best of luck. I know it's not easy.
My mind went to smoked meats.
Bring
out your smoker. It's time to grill. Yeah.
I like that. You know. My brother's really into smoking meats lately.
Yeah.
You know, it seems like every week he got this smoker, and it's one of those cool ones. They put the pellets in, you turn the little dial, set it and forget it kind of thing.
Minimal mess, and it's efficient.
And then you have delicious smoked meats later on.
Right, right.
I like it because I get to sample all these delicious meats.
Is he hardcore though? Does he go through the winter with it?
We'll see. This will be his first winter with it. You
Okay,
know,
we'll
but
see.
he's a Maine guy. I'm sure he'll be out there. I'm out there in the middle of February. It's been literally blizzards out, and I've been out barbecuing.
Right.
You know, so what the heck?
It's about the flavor.
Sometimes you need a cookout.
Yes.
So, on this day in history, back in 1800, Congress held its first session in the partially completed Capitol building.
In 1973, President Richard Nixon gave his famous "I am not a crook" speech during the Watergate controversy. And in 1989, a few years later, the Walt Disney animated feature The Little Mermaid opened in wide release. Today's birthdays include singer Gordon Lightfoot, who is 84. I love Gordon.
Yeah, good stuff, right?
Yep. Actor Danny DeVito is 78, and Saturday Night Live producer Lorne Michaels is 78.
And somebody like Michaels, he's almost 80 years old. You know, why keep doing it? I guess it's just love for the job or something.
The only times I've heard about him are in, I read years ago the autobiographies of Tina Fey and Amy Poehler, and they had lovely things to say about him, which is kind of special, being such a bigwig, but he's still so supportive of the people that work under him.
And he's been doing it for so long. You think of the history he's seen and the people that have come through there, the talent, you know, pretty incredible.
He's met the biggest of the big as far as stars go.
Happy birthday to Lorne.
Yeah. Well, let's turn it over to meteorologist Evan Biggs. It looks like, depending on where you are, you may see some snow again today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And thank you very much, Craig and Emma. Happy Thursday. Your first weather forecast brought to you by Shepherd Toyota, your hometown connection for Toyota cars and trucks. Easy to find on Route 1, Rockland, Thomas, and Town Line. Shepherd Toyota has a great selection of new and previously loved vehicles. At Shepherd Toyota, they don't sell you a car, they help you buy one. Come experience the Shepherd difference today. Alrighty, here we are. A small craft advisory in effect. It's going to get dropped by Friday morning at about 6 a.m. So the wave heights will remain active for just a little while yet this morning. And in parts of the afternoon period, I have to wait till Friday morning for things to improve. But at least on land, things are already starting to calm down as a lot of the activity has since moved out of here. The area of low pressure moving away. I'm going to be watching for some wraparound that's going to be moving in today, which could bring us a few flurries. But otherwise, a partly cloudy sky and a quiet day overall for us today. Just some gusty winds to deal with as we're on the backside of low pressure now that it's now tracking off towards the north and east. So again, we'll have that wraparound today with a few flurries, but that will calm down later on tonight. So futurecast for today, partly cloudy, a few flurries can be ruled out, becoming mostly clear later on tonight. That will allow temperatures to cool off in just a few areas. So as for the wind, not too bad, though still pretty gusty in a few spots. Some sustained winds reaching up close to 20 miles per hour, especially overseas, but closer toward land, a little bit slower in a few areas. So your forecast for today, middle 30s, partly cloudy, a few flurries out there. West wind getting up to about 20 to 25 miles per hour in a few areas. Your hourly forecast for the rest of the morning and afternoon period will be under a partly to maybe mostly cloudy sky. Temperatures in the 30s. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up. Craig and Emma.
All right, thank you, Devin.
An event tonight offers a rare chance to look into the minds of women from the 19th and 20th century. The Wilson Museum in Castine will host Jefferson Navicki of the Maine Women's Writers' Collection. This collection gives an intimate look into the daily lives of the women who lived in Castine through their personal diaries.
So often we don't hear women's voices in the way that history is told, and so identifying something as personal and as detailed and fascinating as a diary, I think, is a really interesting approach to bringing more women's voices into history.
You can attend the event in person from 7 to 8 tonight or receive a Zoom link by emailing education@wilsonmuseum.org.
Very interesting. I was reading a little bit about that. One of the things they're going to focus on is what people ate for Thanksgiving years ago. you know, it wasn't so much turkeys because there weren't so many turkeys around, so a lot of people just had chicken and things. So they'll talk about that, and it's all coming from those people's diaries.
So much history to learn just around food.
Yeah, right?
And it's a fun way to learn history.
It all comes back to food, right? So, all right, we're going to keep on going here. We often hear about the generosity of charitable organizations during the holiday season, but this morning we highlight an exhibit of human kindness from a small group of people making a big difference. When Jason and Jamie, along with their staff at the Levant Corner Store, decided it was their turn to give something back to their community, they put together Thanksgiving dinner bags with all the fixins for anyone that needs a little extra help.
It's a hard time. Everyone's struggling. Small store here in the community. Our customers are super important to us. Their support. Do a little bit to give back. Just show that we're here. We've got your back, and we know that if anyone here needed anything, the community would do the same for anyone here.
So if you could use a little help and you live in the Levant area, you can go in and ask a cashier at the corner store if they have any more dinner bags available. And Jason and Jamie say to consider it a thank you from one neighbor to another. You know, that is so nice to see. It's really what the holiday season's all about, and pitching in. And there's so many people struggling out there, so something like that makes a big thing.
I think it says a lot about a community when a business or an individual takes initiative.
Yeah.
And it's like, hey, we can give back to you. Let's keep it going. If you need help, you can ask. We're here, and pay it forward if you can.
Yeah, if they're successful, they're sharing it with everybody else, too.
Yep, that's awesome.
Pretty nice.
That's awesome. Well, still to come here this morning, Tyler Cruz will have your latest with local sports.
Don't go away.
If you were hurt because of exposure to the toxic water at Camp Lejeune, Congress has made it possible for you to recover a settlement. Former Marine attorney James Beardsley wants to help you.
Call now to see if you qualify. Call 222-2222.
I'm Jay Pearl from Carroll Harper & Associates, Maine's most experienced Medicare health plans agency. Every day we hear how complicated navigating the Medicare maze can be. Let us help. From enrolling in Medicare to finding the right Medicare health plan, we are your go-to agency. We represent Martins Point Generations Advantage and other Medicare health plans that meet our quality standards. There's no cost or obligation for our services, so call Carroll Harper & Associates today.
Wings, Wings, Wings is hiring, hiring, hiring.
Come work at Wings, Wings, Wings.
Wings is #1.
Wings does case management.
Bring hope to families by working at Wings, Wings, Wings.
I work at Wings.
I work at Wings.
Come work at Wings.
Wings, Wings, Wings. Ranked one of the best places to work in Maine for the last 5 years in a row.
Tesoro Italian Restaurant serves Bangor's best pizza, pasta, and sandwiches. Dine in or take out. Located in downtown Bangor, across from the library. Open Tuesday through Sunday, 3 to 9, and for lunch at 11, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Come in and taste what everybody's talking about.
Hello, Eastern Maine. Watch You Bet Your Life weekdays at 10 a.m. here on ABC 7.
Welcome back in, everyone. Thank you for staying with us. Let's start on the hardwood over at Husson. Men's basketball has started the season pretty well, sitting at 2-1, but dropping their most recent game at home. In that game, one longtime Eagle reached a pretty significant career milestone. Ryan Sudol has that story.
Husson graduate guard Justice Kendall had the crowning achievement of his career this past weekend. Against UMaine Fort Kent, he scored his 1,000th career point.
A lot of work went into that, so, it just felt really good, to get in front of the home fans and everything, get in front of my dad. He was here, so it meant a lot to me.
Kendall, a 5-year starter at Husson, joins a long list of Eagles in the 1,000-point club. And head coach Warren Caruso says it's no accident.
It's kind of his overall game. I mean, he gets 4 points off steals, he makes a 3 here and there, and gets the foul line, and, he can affect the game in a lot of ways.
Most notably on the list are Kendall's trainer at Results Basketball, Matt McKenzie.
Matt, he's been training me since I was probably a sophomore, and that definitely, he's made a big strides in my game.
And former teammates Justin Thompson and DJ Bussey.
They definitely influenced me a lot, seeing those guys. They're a year older than me, so it definitely meant a lot. It's an honor, it's a privilege just to be able to be in the same, category with them as far as scoring 1,000 points, man. I know they put in a lot of work just to do that.
With Thompson and Bussey graduating, Kendall is in more of a leadership position. And Coach Warren Caruso says he's going to be in a bigger role on offense, too.
I think his assist-to-turnover ratio is almost 3-to-1, takes care of the ball for us and puts guys in good spots. And as he comes into this year, he'll need to take on a little more of a scoring role than maybe previous years. But he's adjusting that role well and finding his footing.
So far, Kendall is putting up just over 13 points a game. And he says it's definitely been different.
Kind of been able to kind of chill back and not have to be in a leadership role because those guys always were just good with that. Me having to step into that role has definitely been a challenge. It's been different, but I've definitely been looking forward to it and been trying to grow myself as being a leader and learning how to lead guys.
Reporting for ABC 7 Fox 22, I'm Ryan Sudol.
Thanks for that, Ryan. A lot of success these past couple of years with Husson basketball and 1,000-point scorers. Let's say with Husson here. And for women's basketball, they've got another player looking for her 1,000th career point. Bailey Donovan entered Wednesday's home opener against the University of Southern Maine at 988 points, needing only 12 for the milestone. Eagles are hosting the Huskies, and it's a packed house at Newman Gym in hopes of seeing history. And it wouldn't take long. First quarter, off the assist from Vanessa Duarte, Donovan lays it in. She becomes the fastest player in Husson women's hoops history to score 1,000 points, just 59 games. 1,000 points in 59 games. Pretty good. Second quarter, Duarte with the steal. She's going to take it all the way down the floor, almost loses it, but spins, gets it back, pulls up, and nails it. 44-23, Husson would lead at the half. Let's go to the third quarter. Here is Donovan for three, and that one is nothing but net. 52-33, Eagles after three. Finally, we go to the fourth quarter. Duarte with a rocket pass from half court to McKaylin Porter, who lays it in. She is happy, and so are Eagles fans. They win 69-41 over USM. And here's Bailey Donovan in her historic night.
I mean, I would say I was a little bit nervous going into the game. I knew 12 was doable, but, you know, there's those nerves that are built up, and I knew people were coming to watch me. And then it just felt like a big relief once the final basket went in. It just goes to show, like, what a good team that I have around me and that I have had around me these last 3-4 seasons. Like, I can't do what I do without them.
Our big congratulations to the Hamden Academy grad, setting history right there for Husson women's basketball. Just 59 games. That's pretty impressive. Let's talk some football now. Patriots back after a bye week. Right now, they would have a playoff spot if the season ended tomorrow, but it doesn't. So when the Pats take the field on Sunday, looking to sweep the season series over the Jets, they'll be beginning a stretch of 3 games in 12 days, with 2 of those games being against division opponents. One of them with the Jets, one of them with the Bills, and then you have the Vikings sandwiched in between on Thanksgiving. So a lot can happen for New England in these next few weeks in terms of really solidifying themselves as contenders or not. We will see. They are not going to see. As for now and for them, they are not looking too much into the future. They're just focused on beating New York.
Yeah, we'll have to, again, manage our time the best that we can. We know what the schedule is, and certainly the Jets are highest priority, but we have to be ready for the rest of the schedule as well. And so we have different people in the organization working on different things. So hopefully we'll be pretty prepared for each of our opponents the remainder of the season. But Jets are a big priority right now.
Jets are the main priority right now. Should be a very good one on Sunday. Staying with Boston sports, we will go back to the hardwood. Celtics looking for 8 straight wins on Wednesday night. They're down in Atlanta, taking on the Hawks. Good start to the Joe Mazzulla era. Second quarter, Derek White, he is going to drive here. He is going to kick to find Grant Williams in the corner. He pumps, steps, and knocks it down. Celtics up big. Later on now, it's going to be Al Horford grabbing the O board. He finds Williams for another. 18 points for Grant. Celtics up 13. DeJounte Murray now off of the second chance point for Atlanta. They would stay in it for most of the first half, but the second half, that was all Boston. Here's Peyton Pritchard in the fourth quarter. He is going to knock down the triple here, and Celtics go on to win 129-101. They are the best team in the East right now. All right, that's all the time we have for sports. We'll be right back after this.
Celebrate Maine artisans, sampling and shopping the very best of Maine-made products at the Maine Harvest Festival, Cross Insurance Center, Bangor, November 19th and 20th, presented by the Maine Potato Board, MaineHarvestFestival.com.
Feel the difference of alpaca apparel from the Blue Alpaca Ranch and Store in Belfast. Stop by their ranch location to interact with these amazing animals and enjoy the beautiful Maine outdoors with your very own alpaca walk. Shop in-store or online today and take advantage of their free nationwide shipping. With their incredible selection of socks, sweaters, hats, and more, experience the unique qualities that alpaca fiber brings with the Blue Alpaca. Feel the difference.
Maine's #1 Kia dealer, Van Sickle Kia, has you covered. Front-wheel drive, all-wheel drive, hybrid, or fully electric. Brand new 2023 Kia Sportage, Sorento, Soul, Forte, and more. Check out the all-new 2023 Kia Niro Hybrid with 54 mpg highway, or the affordable Sporty Forte with 41 mpg highway. Plus, get Kia's 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty, the best in the business.
The best cars, the best prices, and the best warranty. I'm Peter Van Sickle. I guarantee it.
Celebrate Maine artisans, sampling and shopping the very best of Maine-made products at the Maine Harvest Festival, Cross Insurance Center, Bangor, November 19th and 20th. Presented by the Maine Potato Board, MaineHarvestFestival.com.
Welcome back. An Oscar winner returns to the Broadway stage. A new look at Will Smith's slavery drama, Emancipation. I cannot speak today. And more. Here, take it from there.
Fox's Ashley Dvorkin has the latest from Hollywood Nation.
I can't do this.
Cranston's sneak peek, Smith's fight for freedom, and Chastain's return to the stage in the Hollywood Nation. Jessica Chastain is heading back to Broadway. The Oscar-winning actress will star as Nora Helmer in a new version of the classic play A Doll's House. Chastain previously appeared in 2012's revival of The Heiress. Gabrielle Union and Eva Longoria team up for a new project. According to Variety, the duo is developing an LGBTQ+ wedding comedy for Amazon Studios. They will produce and star in the film as dueling mothers who try to take over their son's wedding planning.
What can a mere man do to me?
Will Smith fights for freedom in today's first looks. Apple TV Plus released a new trailer to his upcoming film, Emancipation. It gives a closer look at Smith's portrayal of a runaway slave named Peter and the extreme lengths he goes through to reunite with his family. It premieres in theaters December 2nd, followed by a global debut on Apple TV Plus December 9th.
There are memories that I just can't bear.
And Showtime gives a sneak peek at season 2 of the Bryan Cranston-led legal drama, Your Honor. Cranston plays a New Orleans judge whose life is turned upside down following his son's accidental hit-and-run killing of a local gangster's son. The new season debuts on demand and on streaming Friday, January 13th, and on air on Sunday, January 15th.
That's not how this is going to play out.
In Hollywood, Ashley Dvorkin, Fox News.
Good stuff. Just a reminder, people heading out today, you might run into some slippery driving conditions. There is some black ice out there caused by all the moisture last night. In fact, there was a crash on the interstate earlier. Nobody was hurt there in Bangor, but apparently it tore off a big section of guardrail, too. So it is slippery, so be careful if you to head out today.
I know. I did see that right now, with limited amount of plow trucks and personnel, they may only be plowing the middle.
Yeah.
This was a few hours ago, though, too. So just be careful and try to stay where they have plowed.
Yeah. Otherwise, it's going to be, I guess, a mostly cloudy day, but we will see some sunshine, a little calmer than yesterday.
Yeah. Devin Banks has all the details.
Alrighty, Craig and Emma, thank you very much. Your full weather forecast brought to you by Shepherd Toyota, your hometown connection for Toyota cars and trucks. Easy to find on Route 1 Rockland Thomas and Town Line. Shepherd Toyota has a great selection of new and previously loved vehicles. At Shepherd Toyota, they don't sell you a car, they help you buy one. Come experience the Shepherd difference today. Alrighty, that's a small craft advisory that is in effect, and now will last until about 6 a.m. on Friday morning. It's going to be dealing with at least another day of some gusty winds, which will cause the ocean to be active in just a few areas. But the area of low pressure is now moving away after we saw some snow and a kind of a windy mix that moved through yesterday. And now things are starting to calm down for us now. Maybe a few flurries can't be ruled out as the area of low pressure located right about in here, sends some wraparound snow in our direction, but not a whole lot of activity right behind us. So things will be calming down, moving forward for us, although Buffalo could see a lot of snow coming up as we head towards your Sunday. But for us, though, this window, we'll have to watch out for it today. Maybe some gusty winds reaching up to 20, maybe 25 miles per hour in a few areas. That will start to calm down a little bit later on tonight and the parts of tomorrow when a small cloud advisory gets dropped at about 6 a.m. or so tomorrow. All right, wave height, speaking of that right now, around 4 to 10 feet according to some of the buoys out there at this point. 4 to 6 feet closer to land. It's higher further out towards sea, so that's why the ocean is active with that system moving through. That's why those advisories are still in effect. Our average high being 45 degrees. We'll reach for the middle 30s only today and tomorrow, so a few degrees below normal, getting closer to average on Saturday, but still below normal by about 5 degrees, staying in the 30s Sunday into Monday, then back in the 40s again as we head towards Tuesday and here Wednesday. Futurecast moving forward, though, a partly to maybe mostly cloudy sky in a few areas today. A few flurries cannot be ruled out for us. Will become mostly clear to partly cloudy in a few areas later on tonight. A few more clouds start to pass through for the daytime tomorrow. It tries to get some activity in here, but I think we will be dry as we head towards your Friday with that next little wave that tries to move in across the northern parts of the state. But I think for us, we will stay dry overall throughout the day for your Friday. So for today, middle 30s, partly cloudy, a few flurries possible. That west wind getting up to about 20 miles per hour. Later on tonight, upper teens, staying cool out there with a mostly clear sky. That west wind getting up to about 5 to 10 miles per hour. And for tomorrow, middle 30s again becoming partly cloudy. West wind getting up to about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Chevrolet Toyota extended forecast. Again, we're partly cloudy again as we head towards the Saturday. Temperatures in the lower 40s. We're back in the mid 30s on Sunday with a small chance for snow. Otherwise, mostly cloudy. We're mostly cloudy again on Monday. Highs in the low 30s.
Saliba's Rug Cleaners in Bangor is the best and only spot you should go to for your rug cleanings. Serving Maine for more than 70 years, we care about your rugs. Clean rugs last longer, and our family takes pride in being the professionals that you can trust. Our cleaning process consists of soaking your rug in a bath, shampooing, rinsing, and drying in a humidity-controlled dry room, making sure no detail is overlooked. Need a repair? We fully service every type of rug for you. Saliba's Rug Cleaners.
We care about your rugs.
Rennie's, a Maine adventure.
At Rennie's, we got lots of Carhartt. We got sweatshirts, we got lined pants, we got hats, we got gloves.
Flannel shirts, winter jackets, coveralls, we got everything at the best prices and the best selection at Rennie's.
Thank you for shopping locally.
Don't cry, don't whine. Get yours where I got mine. At BB's Tattoo Company, 262 Moosehead Trail, Newport.
You can get any phone you want.
Any one I want?
Any phone you want.
Connection is the greatest gift of all. At U.S. Cellular, we're offering any phone free for new and current customers, plus $100 to spend on accessories.
A Native woman is missing.
You don't see her face all over the news.
When you expose people, you worry about blowback?
That sounds like a threat. Please don't do this.
Well, we're about out of time for this hour, but once again, just reminding you that you might run into some slippery driving conditions out there if you're heading out this morning. So leave yourself a little more time if you have to head to work or school or whatever. You may want to also go out there and warm up the car. Trust me, because you probably will have to scrape the windshield today.
Definitely. And it's the type of ice that doesn't scrape off easy. It's just enough where you have to warm it up a little while first.
My neighbors probably love me. At 3 o'clock in the morning scraping away.
I had that thought too. It's strange. But
have a great day, everyone.
Have a good day.
Tomorrow morning on Star 97.7, Paul Dupuis has the music and fun. Sonny Shepard brings you Star 97.7 local news. And Steve McKay with the weather. Turn on your radio and get the Star treatment with Star 97.7.
When it comes to winter footwear, warmth, waterproof, and safety matter most. Take the drive today to Comfort Shoes and More in Newport and discover the latest in winter boot technology. We've got boots rated from -60 to 0 degrees Fahrenheit to keep your feet warm in any weather. Check out the new materials guaranteed to keep your feet dry. Relieve the anxiety of slipping and falling this winter with the new Navitech with grippers built right into the sole. Just flip it and clip it and you're ready to go. Be prepared this winter. Take the drive today to Comfort Shoes and More in Newport.
Bring them on.
If only there was a place in the morning to start my day. With a smile, somewhere to help me get in the know. A place as spectacular as, well, me.
I think we might know a place, right, guys?
Oh, wait, there is.
Good morning, America.